Ren class, Mr Munro here. I thought I'd tell you a story today. I hope you enjoy it. It's called The Story of the Three Wishes, and it starts like this. Once upon a time, there was a fisherman, and he lived by a lake. He loved living by the lake. He loved fishing. He would go out in the daytime and he'd collect his fish. He'd come back at the end of the day and he'd give some of his fish to his wife to cook. He'd have fish in the morning for breakfast, fish at lunch, and fish for tea. And every day that would happen. He'd wake up, he'd go out in his boat, he would have fish in the morning, fish for lunch, and fish for tea. And this went on and on and on and on. And I must admit, he was getting rather bored of it. One day, though, he was walking in the woods, and as he was walking, he heard a very strange sound. Oh dear! Oh, ouch! My foot's stuck and I can't get it out. The fisherman stroked his chin and snuck towards the sound. As he walked, he parted the leaves, and there he saw a strange, funny little man who was sitting on the floor with his foot stuck down a rabbit hole. What's this, thought the fisherman? This is strange. Well, the funny little man suddenly turned and saw the fisherman. "Oh, you," he said, "come here and get my foot out of this rabbit hole." The fisherman decided he'd better help because he was a kind-natured man. So he crept out from the bushes and went over to the little man and helped him to get his foot out of the hole. He grabbed the little man's leg and pulled. And he pulled. And he pulled until the little man's leg finally came out of the rabbit hole. "Ouch, that really hurt, you silly human, you hurt my foot." "Don't blame me," said the fisherman. "I helped you, didn't I?" "Well, you're stupid. Don't you call me stupid," said the fisherman. Said the fisherman. "That's not very kind. I helped you, didn't I?" "Well, you've got to really hurt me now," said the strange, funny little man. "You're stupid. All humans are stupid." "Now, hold on a minute," said the fisherman. "That's not very kind." "Well, I tell you what," said the strange, funny little man. "I'm going to show you how stupid you are. All humans are stupid. In fact, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to give you not one, not two, but 3 wishes. And because you're stupid, you're going to waste every single one of them." "Well, I promise you I won't," said the fisherman. "Well, goodbye." And off the fisherman went. Now, the fisherman probably wouldn't have done that, helped that strange man, if he knew who he was. You see, that man was not a man at all. He was a nasty little goblin, and his name was Pesto Snufflegrump. And Pesto Snufflegrump was one of the worst goblins in the whole kingdom. In fact, he was so bad that the king of all the land had said, "Ladies and gentlemen, I am the king of all the land, and I say this. If anyone can get rid of Pesto Snufflegrump, the evil goblin who has naughty magic, I will give them 100 bags of gold." Of course, the fisherman didn't know that because all he ever did was fish. So instead, he just went home to his wife. And as he opened the door, "Where have you been?" his wife shouted. "Just been out for a walk in the woods," said the fisherman. "Nothing more, don't you worry." "Well, I've got your meal on the table. Now you hurry up and eat it," she said. And she put it on his table, and guess what the food was? Yep, it was fish. "Oh, not fish," he said. Just once, I wish I could have a Swiss roll. That would be lovely. Just a beautiful Swiss roll cake instead." Now, that was a silly thing to wish for, wasn't it, really? Because what the fisherman didn't know was Pesto Snufflegrump, that nasty little goblin, had snuck behind the fisherman, went right up to his house, hid behind his door, and was listening. As soon as he heard the fisherman say that, he laughed. "I can't believe he just wasted his first wish on a cake, but if he wished for a Swiss roll he will get." And suddenly the fisherman looked down, and his plate of fish changed into a Swiss roll cake. He looked down, and the wife looked down. wish, said the wife. What's going on? Oh, no, said the fisherman. I think it might be that strange fellow. And he told his wife all about his adventures. You mean, said the wife, you mean that you've wasted a wish from a magic person? You are stupid, she said. We could have wished for anything, and you wished for a Swiss roll. Well, do you know what, she said? You're so silly. I wish that Swiss roll would just stick on the end of your nose. It's probably not the best thing to wish for, because, of course, as soon as it happened, Pesto Snufflegrump the goblin laughed behind his hand. Well, she wished it, and I'm happy to grant that wish for her. So, okay. And with a click of her fingers, suddenly, the Swiss roll went right on the end of the farmer's nose. Oh, no, said the farmer. I can't believe you wished for that. That's just really, really silly. Oh, dear, said the farmer's wife. I didn't know the wish was going to be for me as well. Well, we've only got one wish left now. What are we going to do? Wish that this was off my nose, said the farmer. I'm not wasting a wish, she said. We could have anything. We could have gold. We could have a big house. We could have anything we want. I'm not going to waste a wish. Oh, please, said the farmer. No, she said, you're just going to have to live with it. Hey, let me see if I can bite it off. And she took a big bite out of the cake. Ow, that's actually my nose, said the fisherman. Oh dear, well, you're just going to have to keep it on your face then, aren't you? She said. No, said the fisherman, I don't want it on my face. Do you know what? I wish that silly goblin and all of his silly magic would just disappear. Now, behind the door, Pesto Snufflegrump was still laughing. What? Wait a minute. What did he wish for? His third wish was that the goblin and his magic would suddenly disappear. No! And in a clap of hands, the goblin disappeared. And so did the cake from the end of the fisherman's nose. Well, said the fisherman's wife, you've gone and done it now, haven't you? Look, you wasted the last wish. Oh, well, that's the end of that then. The fisherman looked back at his plate of fish, sighed, and started to eat again. The next day, though, there was a knock on the door. The fisherman opened the door, and there in front of him was none other than the king of all the land. Hello, young fisherman. I'm the king of all the land, he said. Oh, your majesty, so nice to meet you, said the fisherman. I have heard tale on the wind that you, clever fisherman, got rid of the horrible, nasty, evil little dwarf goblin called Pesto Snufflegrump. And because of this grand deed, I will grant you 100 bags of gold. And so he looked behind him, and there, in his carriage, was not one, not two, not three, but 100 bags of gold. The fisherman thanked him so much, and they built a bigger house after that. And the fisherman, he still liked going fishing, and he still liked catching fish. But do you know what? From that day on, he never, ever, ever ate fish again. Well, I hope you like the story of the 3 wishes. It's one of my favourite ones. Just shows be careful what you say, and certainly be careful what you wish for, because if you're not careful, it might come true. So thank you for listening so well, Ren class, and maybe I'll tell you another story another time. I hope you enjoy listening, and I'll catch you soon.